Eyeshadow. Hello beautiful people, welcome back to another makeup tutorial with me. Today we have our gorgeous model Hilda all ready for a glam, and we're going to be showing you how to work a very simple, very classic bold red lip. We're going to pair it with a very simple, barely there, extremely minimalistic eye, and it's going to look fantastic. You can wear this to work or for a night out. We're going to start by brushing up the brows and defining them and sculpting them. Some makeup looks require very bold brows, but today our eyes are going to be barely there. And so I'm not applying any eyebrow pencil to the beginning of her brows to make sure they look very effortless and very clean. Remember to use a clean mascara wand to brush the hairs into place and also spread out the eyebrow product. Using a flat brush and a bit of your foundation or concealer, define and clean up any areas under the brow. I use very little product on the brush at the first go, and then after that I put a little bit more to highlight the brow bone. Whether you're applying foundation or concealer, remember to blend it all out seamlessly. The next step is to create your foundation mix. I'm using 2 colors of foundation here and adding a bit of a illuminator, a cream illuminator, to brighten up her skin. Using a very dense brush, I'm pressing the foundation into her skin almost in a rolling manner, just to make sure every part of her skin is covered and also to ensure a flawless finish. A lot of times we forget to put foundation under our faces, which is right under the chin and the jawline. So take any leftover product on your brush. You don't need to reapply it. Just brush it all under your chin and also down your neck, depending on your dress of choice. Using a lighter shade of concealer, carefully apply that under the eye area to brighten up the under eyes. I'm also applying the same lighter concealer right in the middle of her forehead, above the brows, and a little bit right down the bridge of her nose. I add a pop of a lighter shade just to give her that really bright under eye. It makes us ladies look awake and less tired. Using a moist beauty blender, I'm going to blend this out really quickly and make sure it seamlessly blends into her foundation color. Using a darker shade, we're just going to create a slight contour, nothing too crazy. This is a workable look, so we don't want to go too much, but we still need it. Using the clean side of your beauty blender, blend the contour shade into the hairline. Make sure to blend the nose contour in a downward motion and up into the beginning of the eyebrow. If you find a beauty blender this size too large, you can use a fluffy brush or a smaller beauty blender for smaller areas such as the nostrils. The next step is to set the under eye area with some translucent powder to make sure it doesn't crease or crack. Using the same blender and dipping it into some translucent powder and just pressing that as close to the lash line as possible. Using the tip of the beauty blender and a bit of the loose powder, I'm just using that to highlight and sharpen the edge of the contoured area. Now that these areas have been set with translucent powder, use a clean fluffy brush to brush off any excess powder. And using an all-over powder for her face, I'm going to set the rest of her foundation. By lightly pressing it into the skin, I reduce the movement of the cream foundation and make sure it sets and doesn't budge. Using a light finishing powder, I'm just using a smaller detail brush to just brush off any excess translucent powder, take off that powderiness, and also give her skin a luminous glow. When working with beauty looks that are very minimalistic, remember to keep the focus on your skin. Don't overdo it, but try and create a very flawless finish by using versatile products that can be layered on Using a darker shade, I'm just reapplying to the areas that were contoured to intensify and also create a very believable skin-like finish. Don't forget the hairline, ladies. That's where we always get caught out. Blend it into your hairline, make it look as believable and as flawless as possible. If you have a larger forehead, definitely bring it down to about halfway to warm up the face and create a beautiful halo of sunshine around you. So it's really nice to bring it down. But if you've got a smaller space for your forehead, just keep it around the hairline and it will look perfect. I'm using the same powder brush I used before to go over everything I just applied. It takes off any excess product and also blends everything together seamlessly. For this look, as I said, we have barely anything on the eyelid, so I'm not going to put any eyelid primer on there because we're not putting a ton of eyeshadow. But I am still going to add just a simple wash of color on the eyelid to just take away that shine and keep it matte. To complement the very minimalistic and barely there look on her eye, I'm using a milky colored eyeliner and I'm going to apply that to her waterline. This is a very easy trick to give yourself that very wide awake eye. So try and switch up a black eyeliner for something this color, but please do not use white because white is not a nice color to go under the eyes unless you're trying to look theatrical. Using a flat brush or an angled brush in this case, I'm just dipping that into the same color I added on her eyelid, and I'm going to press that very carefully into the bottom of her lash line. Close. Using a very small mascara wand, I'm applying a lot of mascara on her eyelashes, making sure to comb them out so they are not clumped. We're going to apply mascara to her top lashes, making sure to go as close to the root as possible and combing outwards. You can rock this look in its entirety with or without eyelashes. Of course, to add a bit of glam, I am going to be using very wispy falsies today. I might just use one, not to weigh too much on the eye. But if you've got gorgeous long natural lashes, definitely rock this look on its own. I'm going to be using one strip lash, and these are called demi wispies. They are very light and a little bit denser on the band. I'm just applying these ones. I'm not going to double them up. I'm going to check them for length first. Look down. And they are the perfect length. So I'm going to apply some glue and get going. Give it a few seconds to get a bit tacky before you put them on your eyelashes. That way they don't move around and cause a mess. Especially for looks that have no eyeliner, you make sure that the eyelash fits very close to the natural lash. If you feel you want to move the lash around, do that at the beginning whilst it's still a bit tacky and can be moved around. Otherwise, just take it off, clean your eye and redo it again. After the lashes have been put on, go back and brush the eyelashes together with your natural eyelash. That creates a really beautiful blend. I'm going to move straight onto the lips. So first, because it's a vivid red lip, you want to make sure it doesn't bleed outside the corners of the lips. So we're using a lip liner and I'm going to create an ombre effect. There's nothing like just slapping one lip color on. No, you can create a cocktail. So I'm using a darker lip pencil and I'm going to use a very bright red, and that's going to create a beautiful contour of sorts on her lips. I'm using a red lip liner just to go along the edge of the lip because I want to create a very defined lip. Next, I'm going to use 2 shades of a very long-wearing matte lipstick. This is a very bright coral red, and that's a deeper color. I'm going to apply this closer to the line, the outer outline of the lips, and this one towards the center. So we've created a beautiful matte red vibrant lip, and we're going to wait for that to dry before we add the gloss. The gloss is going to bring it alive and then complement the matte look of her skin perfectly. We're not going to use any blush this time around because her face and the feature on her skin are her lips. Her skin is matte. We're going to complement it with a bit of highlighter and we're good to go. Apply the highlighter to the high point of her cheekbones, blending in and out. Pop a bit of that highlighter right in the inner corner of your eyes. And finally, pop that clear lip gloss onto the lips in a patting motion. So there you have it, a beautiful, glossy, absolutely juicy red lip. I don't mind if I do the same for myself, but it is really tricky. So don't smile too much, ladies, otherwise you might get some lipstick on your teeth. But feel free to create this look in a variety of colors, whether matte or glossy. It's beautiful to pair a bold lip with a very bare skin and very minimal eyes. Have fun recreating this, and thanks for watching. Bye!
Hey dolls! Did you enjoy watching this tutorial? Join the Alexiglam family by liking and subscribing to our Alexiglam channel. Tap the notification bell to get notified anytime I upload a new video. Stay connected by following us on our socials at Alexiglam and at Alexandrina Makeup. Happy recreating!